Hey everyone out there in cyberspace, it's Victoria, and today I decided to sit down because I thought of a few things during my run today. I do that, I think of really deep philosophical stuff sometimes. Sometimes I think about nothing and I zone out and I'm really completely a blank. But today I just happen to think about a lot of things. So I actually wrote some down and I snapped about a lot of it, but unfortunately my Snapchats have to be a little bit more private because of the trolls out there and it's more of an intimate part of my life. So too bad for the trolls, so that's it. Unless you actually want to write me a message and I know exactly who you are, I'm not letting you in. Okay, so freedom. Is it an illusion? Well, I believe that it is. I really do believe that there is something about freedom that if there's any fear or if there's any there's basically wherever there's fear, there's going to be an enslavement. There's always going to be something that you're afraid of losing. You're afraid of losing love. You're afraid of losing a loved one. A boss has it when they have an employee, a really good employee, and then they're a slave to it because the employee actually gives the boss a feeling of or a sense of freedom and peace. Wherever there's peace, there's freedom. So I suggest putting yourself in a state of peace, rest, and happiness to feel that freedom in the end. Like you could feel the freedom. But do you really have freedom? Not really, because we're all really basically enslaved by our thoughts. This is our headquarters for everything, and if we're thinking of losing something or someone that we love, then freedom is out, or the feeling of freedom anyway. So a celebrity has it with fans or whatever industry owns them, and who else has being owned? Basically, animals know this instinctively, but there's no word for it. But if an animal's at peace and everything at the moment, this is why freedom is so up and down, because it has to do with emotions. Wherever there's an emotion or fear, and then they have like a predator coming. The animal has a predator coming. As it was in peace just 2 minutes ago, they are no longer free. Now they're enslaved. They have a predator after them. It's making sense to anybody? It made sense to me in my head when I was running. And if you're a parent, you have children and they own you. Again, we're coming back to the word love, because you have a love investment in somebody. You basically, when people are overloaded or overwhelmed by too much stress, that's an enslavement too. So they err on the side of not wanting to work so hard, because then they have a sense of being free. You ever notice that when you took final exams and you had like a test the next day, you weren't at peace, but when the test was over, you were at peace and you felt free? You were like free as a bird. Oh my God, my test is over. Of course, there's always going to be more tests later on. There's always going to be something in your life that's going to give you some stress. So it's how you deal with it. And if you, like I said, if you put yourself in a state of happiness, rest, or peace, and you should do that as much as you can, as much as possible, to make yourself feel like you have a sense of freedom. There's no real freedom of speech if you think about it, because you live in society. Now, people that skip out of society basically still have laws of nature. They still have to obtain a really good body, the laws of the body, in order to live. So basically the only thing left is death. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer over here, but death is our greatest teacher. It really holds up a mirror in your face and says, oh my God, am I living the right way? You see somebody who dies that's close to you, you see somebody that's about to die, you start to think about your life. Are you really free? We're all going to die. We're all going to have that something happen to us where it's going to stress us out. So, can't avoid it. So that's why there's no freedom. The end. Was that a good speech? All right, anyway, that was what I thought about, and I hope this is all making sense. If it all came full circle for you. If it didn't, maybe play it back. I don't know. Should I tell you guys to subscribe and like this video? I don't know. I think that you're like grown and old enough to do that by yourself, but I don't know. Do you need a reminder? Do you want me to remind you at the end of every video? Like, thumbs up, and subscribe? If you don't, then just write down below, I'm already subscribed, babe. I'm already there, Vic, But if you want me to, then just let me know in the comments below. Should I say it or should I not say it? I never say it because I'm like, you know what? They'll do it if they want to do it, and if they don't want to do it, they won't. But hey, I'm not dogging on anybody that says that at the end of their video. I just want to know if that's all right. This got a little bit crazy. It went a little bit too far, but you know what? This is me. It's one take. It's not easy to explain something that I'm thinking about. Makes sense to me, but not sure if it makes sense to you. These are just thought-provoking videos, and sometimes it just make you think a little bit more than you did before. And by the way, just to piggyback on my last video of the kids that are going on a vegan experiment, I don't expect them to go vegan at all. In fact, they're probably eating meat as we speak, but they'll think about it next time. And that was the seed that I wanted to plant. And the fact that they'll think about it twice before they eat meat is better than not thinking about it at all. And on that note, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll see ya. Bye. Take care, everyone.